Hey everyone, welcome to Tacoma Games. This is video number 4 about the Summer Delight event that is ongoing. We're going to go in and check out, see where we're at. Super busy day. It is after 11 p.m. here Eastern Standard Time. It turned out to be just super busy for me today. I normally will sit down, take a few minutes throughout the day, actively harvest some orbs, and I literally got maybe only half an hour in today. It was just so busy. So I'm not quite as far along as I want to be. Even though they're passively going, if you don't come in and merge the orbs, the board is full. They can't harvest anymore. So that's what happened to me today. I still got a decent amount. Like, I'm still going to be able to clear the board and finish entirely and get all these rewards here. Just not as soon as I would have liked. So as you can see, I took the time today to move these young fruit trees around because I really wanted to be able to get up to the next level of life flower, the giant life flower. I wanted to be able to get at least 2 of those by tonight before I go to sleep. I have enough of these level 8 life orb of the souls to get the 3, oh, not that one, I'm sorry, to get the 3 life orb of the heavens. I really don't like to merge these in 3. I'd like to get at least 2 5 merges to get 4 of these right off the bat. So I don't know. I might just leave it for tonight. I'm exhausted, like I said, because I had such a crazy day, that I think I'm just gonna let them be, and I'm gonna merge these life flower sprouts, and I'm gonna see if I can get up to get 1 more of these so I can merge these for 2 of the level 7s. At one point today, somehow or another, I think I was telling you guys in the last video that I did, because I had found this summer shop when I healed some land. The dragons tried to go harvest it. So if you tap it and that white square is highlighted, they cannot harvest from it. So they'll go over there, they'll look at it, but because they can't harvest from it, they'll come back over here and they'll harvest from a life flower. And I think that actually might have been part of the problem a couple times when I checked in. The board was not full of life orbs, so they were getting distracted. See, there it goes right now. It's going to go over there and be like, oh, hey, I can't harvest from this. And then it wasted all that time. So I keep it close by. That way it's not moving. The dragon's not going all the way across the board to look for it, but it's still a time waster. It's kind of annoying. So I'm going to merge up the orbs that I have. At least get the star for this out of the way. And then I'm going to merge my life flowers. And then I'm going to see how we're feeling. If it was earlier, I would probably let them go and organize. But what happens is when you use these, it eats up so much time clearing up after the fact. All right, so 2 out of 3. 1, 2, 3. Yeah. All right. Let's see. Yeah, I would love to be able to tonight get 2 more of these because I have 1, 2, 3. But I just don't think that's going to happen. If it was earlier, if I had a normal amount of sleep last night, if I had some more energy right now, totally do it. But I do not. So I'm going to go ahead and I'm going to merge these, and I'm going to see how far this is going to get me. And then we're going to go from there. I'm thinking it should be more than enough. It's looking like it will be. Okay. And I don't want to merge too many and then have lower level life flowers to delete, because that always turns out to be a waste. All right. Got 2 of these, 1 of these. Okay, you know what? We're just going to merge these because, you know what? If we have to delete them, we have to delete them. No big deal, I guess, at this point. There we go. All right. Well, we had enough, which I thought we would. So, go for these. All right, awesome. So now the reason I really, really like to get up to these, get rid of these dimensional jars. The reason I really like to get up to these level 7 giant life flowers is that look how much faster this one harvests. So now what happens is if I have a few minutes to sit and actively harvest, I'm going to get way more life orbs out of here in 10 minutes than I was able to get with the other life flowers. And then, like even today, there was a couple times I checked in, my board wasn't full of life flowers, and it's just because of the time it takes for them to harvest from those lower level flowers. So now with these, I can go back in and my board's going to be full almost every single time. So it's going to get me those higher level life orbs a lot quicker. And, it's not going to leave me where I'm down to the wire at the last minute trying to clear land, which I have done before. That's why I said in one of my first couple of videos, it takes usually 6 of these highest level life orbs to heal the entire board. I don't like to do all 6 at the same time. I like to get 4 set up and ready to go. And what I'll do is I will do them one at a time, because if you let go of all of them at once, which I did one time, I set off all 4 at the same time. My board was a mess, and it took me so much longer to get it cleared up and organized than if I had just done one at a time. So I'll get these ready, and I will do one at a time. And the other reason why I do one at a time, besides the fact that it creates such a mess if you let them all go, I try to clear this nest before I clear anything else. Any of these other, I try not to go for the star or the capsule first, because I want to clear this spot and I want to be able to get those other dragons. I've found that I tend to have the most time to actively play like Monday mornings. I don't know why, it just sort of works out that way. This Monday we actually have some stuff going on, so I don't know if I'm gonna have the time. That's why I'm hoping to finish tomorrow, and I think at the rate I'm going that I can. I'm really gonna try to grind and get these 2 more of these tonight, but even if I do, I'm not going to use them to clear any of the land yet. So what I'll do, I'll get 4 of these. I'll let them go one at a time. So when you do all four at once, like I did that one time and regretted endlessly, is it just goes through and kind of clears, you know, no particular pattern. So let's say if I let this one go from right here, it's going to come over here a little, it's going to come over here a little. It might leave some of this stuff over here, and it's going to come up this way, probably. So then let's say you're clear up to here. Now that nest is right here. If you would have, like, say I let those other orbs, all four, go from over here, it's going to come over here. I want it to target over here at this nest. So I'll use one of these, see how far it clears. Let's say it comes here. All right, I'm going to put the next one there. Now let's say it clears up here and it clears about half of this, which is what I find normally happens. I'm going to set the third one right next to that, and it's going to clear that up for me. After I clear the nest, I like to clear the capsule because there is usually a couple of life orbs under there. In the past, I went for the nest and then the star, but the star, whatever's behind that cloud key is usually coins. So usually in this capsule, there's a couple of orbs. Usually behind the cloud key where you unlock with that is a couple of orbs. So on this one, they're kind of far apart. Unfortunately, this star is closest to this nest. So I don't know. Sometimes some of the event boards, I can get the nest and the capsule with the first four life orbs. The first four of these life orb of the heavens. I don't know if I'm going to be able to do that on this one. It's been a long time since I've completed this event. Why is there... Oh, I see. Okay, let me go delete these because otherwise it's going to fill that up. I was like, why are there these little itty bitty things hanging out over here? So I'm not sure how this one's going to play out. I will come on and get a video up in the morning. I'm going to let this passive play overnight, and I'm going to see how far it gets me. I'm hoping it'll get me set to be done tomorrow. All right, let's see. So I have 1, 2, 3 of these. So I would need 5 of these, which means I'm going to need 1, 2, 3, 4, 5 more of these. All right, let's see if we can... Oh, I didn't mean to do that. Let's see if we can grind this out. So all in all, I think I'm actually in pretty good shape. One thing to keep in mind, whenever you're getting ready to clear your board, or start healing some of the land, you want to create, in this event, it's the hats, but in whatever event you're in, you want to create the 5 of these event items before your dragons go too crazy harvesting things, because the next quest after this is going to be harvesting from these upper level harvestables. So those are higher levels of these little purses that pop out of here. You're going to need 75 harvests from them. So it has 1, 2, 3 usually on the board, and then you have this bigger one. Now usually this bigger one will spawn out at least 3 of these. I've had times where I've had some of these events, this larger one has spawned out like 6 or 7. And so then it doesn't really matter if you don't get these in time. But I've had other ones where it barely spits out. I've had ones where it's only spit out 3. So then if something happens that you're like not quite up to this, you haven't quite completed this yet or whatever, it can just totally screw you out of getting all your stars to get all these rewards. So that's just something to pay attention to. And, but you're going to have more than enough to get through all of these if you clear your board. So like in the beginning, I always merge these by 5s, just to get through that first quest, because the first quest you have is to merge by fives. Once you get beyond that, it doesn't matter as much. So I'll just kind of mass merge at that point. Okay. Alright, I have a couple of these hanging out over here. I've been collecting them through the day today. There's usually don't add up to a whole heck of a lot as far as orbs, but there's always some of these in here. Got some coins. Just collect those because they're not gonna... I just want to kind of clear up as much as I can on my board. That way overnight when these are passively harvesting, they can have as much space for life orbs as possible. So let me go ahead and merge up these as much as I can. I kind of have these all over the place. I usually try to be a little more organized, but it's been like, I haven't had the extra time. So I'm so happy for the fact that I'm able to passive play, because for sure, if I couldn't passive play, I mean, it's possible to finish these events if you can't passive play, but it's a lot of grinding. Alright, do I have another one of those someplace? No, I don't. Okay. And how many of these beach balls do I have? 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. Okay. So I'm going to merge these up. I don't know if the next step on these is the hats, but we're about to find out. It is indeed. Okay. So 2 out of 5 of those down. All right. Oh man, I wish I would have got a little further on this today, but I'm still in good shape, so I'll be able to complete it. Just like I said, not as early as I had hoped. So let's move these over here. Okay. Oh, it's like so close and so far all at the same time. Oh, just need 2 more of those. If those dimensional jars weren't so expensive, I might think about buying them, but man, they cost a pretty penny. Alright guys, so I think for the sake of not having a super long video, I'm going to cut it here. I'm actually super duper exhausted. It is close to midnight here, Eastern Standard Time. And after my busy day, I'm just like ready to knock out for the night. So as much as I want to get up to get these other 2, I just don't know if it's going to happen tonight. So I think what I'm going to do is I'm just going to let these guys passive harvest overnight. I'm going to get this video up. I'm going to let these guys do what they're going to do overnight. By the morning, for sure, 100%, I'm absolutely, without question, going to have enough for 2 more of those. If I had the energy, I'd probably get them in the next 15 minutes, but I'm fading fast. So I think that's going to be it for me for tonight. We're going to let these guys go, and tomorrow we're going to open up some land. Looking over here, we're going to need one of these orange autumn trees. So that is a level 7. So I have, what do we need here? We need, because I see some of these higher level. Okay, here we go. There's one of these here. And 2 of these here. Oh, and there's one of these here. I see. Okay. So these will merge up. I have 3 of those. Those will merge up to a level 6. And then there's 2 other level 6s out here on the board. Okay. Just trying to kind of take stock of what we're going to need for cloud keys. So nest here, autumn tree here, star here, capsule here. This is one of these upper level harvestables. I believe it's this one that's back here. And this is the higher level of these flowers. Definitely going to need to clear more land before I can get that. These flowers here. I didn't remember where I put them. It should be a level 10. So we're going to have to get these up here to be able to get into that. I have to merge those up. And that should be it as far as cloud keys. Because 1 lock, 1 key, lock key, lock key, lock key, lock key, lock key. Yep. So that should be it as far as cloud keys. That beach ball one over here always trips me up. It happens to me every single time. I'm always like, oh yeah, that looks like a coin. And no, it's not a coin. It's a beach ball every single time. Every time. You think I'd learn. All right, guys, that's going to be it for me for tonight. I'm going to collect that free little ore, free little capsule. I'm going to let these guys harvest overnight. Hopefully, I'm going to remember to come over here and highlight this summer shop so that they don't go over there and harvest that thing all night long. Like I said, that happened to me at one point today. I came in and there was like all these little sunglasses everywhere, and I was like, oh, I did not mean to do that. So I must have tapped, what happened was I must have like tapped the screen or something when I set it down, and the highlight came off and it was done. So if anybody has any specific questions, let me know. Leave me a comment. I can always address it in the morning video. If you like this, give me a like, give me a subscribe. I will post a video again in the morning. We'll see where we're at. Hopefully we will have enough to start opening some land, start going through kind of the strategy of what I do from there. I do like to, once I get more land opened, I like to harvest, get more flowers. That way, when I get to the nest, I can have at least 6 flowers that I can harvest for the small life orbs. So a lot of times I'll have these 2 giant life flowers, and then I'll have 4 of the brilliant life flowers. Which if you can get 6 dragons, which you usually can, sometimes 5, but a lot of times I've tended to get 6. Then active play from there goes pretty quick. So that's going to be my goal for tomorrow. If there's any other questions you have, any comments, let me know. And I hope everyone has a great night.